are you? I hope you guys are doing well today. Today I would like to talk about this topic. I have more than 42 topics for the IELTS speaking part 1 and suggested answer, but I would like to talk a few of them, perhaps maybe 20 of them today. They usually ask you about your name, study, major work. Let me make it a little bigger. Can you see that right now clearly? Okay, hometown, a living place and accommodation, weather, punctual, TV programs, museums, holidays, film, leisure time, sports, fruits, math, sky, clothes, weekend or reading, sleep, tree, newspaper. Okay, let's talk about a few of them. The first one is, for example, if they ask you about these are the certain questions like about your name. Who gave you your name? So you can say my parents gave me my name, my father to be exact. This document is about like a Chinese name, but you can tell the meaning of your own name. So whatever the name you have got, you just give the meaning of that. Then they ask you, does your name have any particular special meaning? Do you like your name? Yes, I do. I quite like my name, and I won't change it for the world because it's unique. I don't think that anyone else in Pakistan or in India or in China has the same name. It's part of my identity and it's meaningful to me. So these are all the suggested answers. When it comes to the work, they usually ask you, do you work or you're a student? So if you're a student or you're currently a student and at high school, or perhaps maybe you're working somewhere, you can tell them about your work experiences. Don't be like hesitant to talk about your work. At my school, we really focus on the science subject in English, since my most subjects will apply to foreign university in case of being a student. And then they ask you about your why did you choose that university, if in case if you study. Then the other topics, they can ask you about your hometown. The most commonly asked questions in IELTS exam: what's the name of your hometown? Well, my hometown is the city of Lahore, Islamabad, and Karachi, which is a big city with an ancient history. It's a pretty nice place to live. The weather there is a quite pleasant all year round. In winter, the temperatures are quite mild, but in summer it can be hot and humid. Right? Please describe your hometown. You can tell a little bit more about. I think that as a tourist destination, it should preserve its own characteristics to attract the tourist. In addition, the food here is excellent. You can taste a lot of local snacks that cannot be tasted anywhere else. In sum means in short or in summary, I believe my hometown is definitely worth a visit. Right? I was born and raised here, so I have lived here for almost about 20 or 19 years. Well, my hometown has a big reputation because of its long history as a capital of China, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, or any other place, right? Also for events such as you can talk about any events that's happening in your hometown, right? Then accommodation, they can ask you what kind of accommodation do you have. Do you live in a flat or a house? You can tell I live in a house. Who do you live with? I live with my parents. If you live with your wife, then talk about it. How long have you been here? How long you have been here? Do you have a plan to live there for a long time? You can talk about it, right? Which room does your family spend most of the time? Normally, I think it's the bedroom, or you can say the living room, or you can say the TV room, whatever. It entirely depends on your answers. You're not supposed to answer exactly the way it's been answered here in this document. It's just a sample answer. Okay, and then they can ask you about the weather, what's the weather like today. You can say it's freezing, um, sunny or breezy, chilly, warm, humid, hot. These are the different characteristics of weather. If I didn't have to take the IELTS exam, I would prefer to stay at home. Actually, I prefer cloudy days. If they ask you about what kind of weather do you like, because then it's neither too hot nor too cold. In my hometown, the weather is great. If they ask you about the hometown, particularly in your hometown, then you can say, in my hometown, the weather is quite pleasant, neither too hot nor too cold. Most of the time, even in winter, the temperature is still quite mild, but in the summer is often hot and humid. Then they can ask you about the bad side of your hometown, the bad thing about your hometown, or the bad thing about the weather is that it doesn't snow as heavily as does. You can answer differently. Then you can talk about your own country, about the weather, and the different seasons that you have, right? And then punctual. Do you think it's important to be on time? Yes, I believe it's very important because it shows that we're disciplined. How do you feel when others are late? I feel that to err is human, to forgive divine, so we shouldn't be always late. But in case if there is an emergency, I think it's always possible that you get late. So I feel annoyed, but at times when I feel that somebody has a very valid reasons for that, so I shouldn't worry about it. Oh my god, this thing is pissing me off. I don't know how to stop it. Okay, are you yourself late? Yes, often it's possible. So these are the different topics you can go through, and then there's another topic that I would like to talk about is television. How often do you watch television? How much TV do you watch? I seldom watch TV. And what's your favorite TV program? You can talk about it. Did you watch much TV when you were a child? No. And then you can talk and elaborate it a little bit further, and then they can ask you about different questions they may ask you. So you need to be, they can ask you about the museums. There are a lot of museums in Islamabad because it has a central place in history of China. It allows the local residents to know more about their traditions and historical celebrities. I go to the museum a lot. When I go to a new place, I'll find the local museums that have interesting features. The museum I visited last time was the you can take any name that you visited last time. Then you can talk about the holidays. What public holidays do you have in your country? um, Sunday, apart from Sunday and Saturday, we do have Eid holidays, we have Christmas holidays, we have Qaida Day, we have what else? Independent Day of Pakistan, right? 14th of August, and many other you can talk about. And then you can talk about what public holidays do you like the most. I like Saturday and Sunday, and perhaps maybe some other. Independence Day I like the most because everyone gets together and we celebrate it immensely. Then you can talk about what did you do during the last public holiday. So there's so many possibility in answer. I hope you like this video and cover these topics. These are the most commonly asked questions, and prepare for that. Be very, what we call, there's a word for it, vigilant and bold, and don't be hesitant and don't be shy, and just speak naturally in front of the examiner to show off your vocabulary and your grammatical range and everything else. I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe to my channel and share this video with all of your friends, family, colleagues, and whoever you met, and it will help them immensely in scoring high in IELTS Bands Speaking Part 1. Thank you very much for listening to me.